You are the result of 300,000 years of survival. Every breath you take carries the legacy of empires risen and fallen, love and war, fire and invention. But here's the mystery. How did a few clever apes, once cowering in caves, build pyramids, write poetry, send rockets to the moon, and now even question what it means to be human? What if I told you that everything, your phone, your beliefs, your family, your language, is the final chapter in the wildest story ever told? Stay with me, because in the next 30 minutes, we're going on a journey across 2 million years of triumph, tragedy, genius, and luck. And by the end, you won't just know the history of humanity, you'll feel it. Let's face it, history can feel like a bunch of dusty names and dates, right? But in reality, it's your story. It's the tale of how we humans defied extinction, mastered fire, forged steel, crossed oceans, and now we hold the power to destroy or save the entire planet. So why does this matter to you? Because understanding how we got here is the only way to decide where we go next. From the dawn of stone tools to the age of artificial intelligence, this is the story of humanity told like you've never heard it before. Ready? Let's begin at the very beginning. Our story starts not with kings or empires, but with survival. 2.5 million years ago, a species called Homo habilis picked up stones to cut meat. Sounds simple, right? But this was a revolution. It was the first spark of technology. Fast forward to Homo erectus. These were the first to walk out of Africa, spreading across Asia and Europe. They didn't just walk upright, they harnessed fire. Imagine it, a dark forest, predators all around, and one group of early humans huddled around a flickering flame. Fire meant safety, cooked food, community. Fun fact, scientists think fire may have helped shrink our guts and grow our brains. Yes, cooking literally helped us think better, but who are we? Exactly. Around 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens, our species, emerged in Africa, and we weren't alone. We shared the earth with Neanderthals. Around 70,000 years ago, humans started doing something new, burying the dead, making jewelry, thinking symbolically. It's called the cognitive revolution, and it's one of the greatest mysteries in science. Why did our minds suddenly explode with imagination? Some believe it was a genetic mutation. Others say it was language, gossip, storytelling, whatever it was. It gave us the tools to reshape the world. For most of our existence, humans lived as nomadic hunters. We hunted mammoths, foraged berries, and traveled in small bands. It was dangerous, sure, but also incredibly sophisticated. These societies had deep knowledge of nature, strong community ties, and even gender cooperation. And here's a twist. Many scientists now believe forager societies may have had more leisure time than modern workers. Let that sink in. We think of progress as cities and iPhones, but for 90% of human history, we thrived without farming, bosses, or bills. Then, about 12,000 years ago, something changed everything. The agricultural revolution wasn't a sudden event. It happened slowly, over thousands of years. But it was a turning point. In the Fertile Crescent, humans began planting wheat. In China, they cultivated rice and farming allowed humans to settle. Settling led to villages. Villages grew into towns, towns into cities. But this progress came at a cost. With agriculture came hierarchy, property, and inequality. For the first time, humans had kings, taxes, and slavery. Diseases spread in crowded settlements. Diets became less diverse. In many ways, our bodies weren't ready for farm life. So why do it? Because farming could feed more people, and more people meant power. And power gave rise to something brand new. Around 5,000 years ago, the first civilizations emerged. Mesopotamia, land between the rivers, gave us writing, cuneiform. In Egypt, pharaohs ruled for centuries, building monumental pyramids aligned with the stars. The Indus Valley had complex plumbing and city planning before Rome ever existed. These weren't just kingdoms, they were worldviews. They believed gods ordered the cosmos, that kings ruled by divine right. They made laws like Hammurabi's Code and preserved stories, like the Epic of Gilgamesh. And let's not forget the underdogs. Did you know the Hittites used iron before almost anyone else? Or that the Minoans had flushing toilets 3,000 years ago? History isn't just what you read in textbooks. It's full of hidden marvels. What ancient invention do you think was most underrated? Let us know in the comments. As civilizations grew, so did ambition. Empires rose across the world, each one leaving a unique mark. In Rome, law, roads, and the Republic. In China, the Han Dynasty unified millions and invented paper. In the Americas, the Maya tracked the heavens with mind-boggling precision. And in Africa, kingdoms like Mali and Oxum thrived on gold and trade. But empire meant war, and war meant innovation and devastation. From the conquests of Alexander the Great to the Mongol invasions that reshaped Eurasia, humans fought for land, glory, and survival. Genghis Khan, for example, built the largest land empire in history but also killed tens of millions. Ironically, his empire also promoted trade, tolerance, and communication via the Silk Road. History is rarely black and white. While empires clashed, ideas blossomed. Between 800 BCE and 200 CE, a period historians call the Axial Age, humanity gave birth to the great belief systems. Buddhism in India, Confucianism in China, monotheism in Israel, philosophy in Greece. People began asking, why are we here? What is justice? What happens after death? These ideas still shape billions of lives, and though they often cause conflict, they also build bridges of shared meaning. Isn't it fascinating how questions from 2,000 years ago still haunt us today? You've heard the term the Dark Ages, but it's a myth. While Europe struggled after Rome's fall, the Islamic world thrived preserving Greek texts, inventing algebra, advancing medicine. In West Africa, Timbuktu became a center of learning. In the Americas, the Inca built cities in the mountains without wheels. In Asia, the Tang and Song dynasties saw printing, gunpowder, and poetry flourish. Meanwhile, in Europe, cathedrals soared, and the seeds of the Renaissance were quietly growing. History is never as simple as dark versus light. In the 15th century, sails unfurled and the world changed forever. Europeans crossed oceans. Some sought trade, others conquest. Columbus discovered the Americas, though millions already lived there. The result was the Columbian Exchange, a swap of plants, animals, people, and disease. Potatoes went to Europe, horses came to America, but so did smallpox. And the slave trade. It was the dawn of globalization. Riches grew, but so did cruelty. We still live with those consequences today. The Enlightenment questioned kings and gods, the printing press spread ideas, and revolutions shook the world. American independence, the French Revolution, the Haitian Revolution led by formerly enslaved people. Meanwhile, the Industrial Revolution changed everything. Steam engines, factories, trains, cities exploded. But so did child labor, pollution, and poverty. Progress is messy, but unstoppable. The 20th century brought humanity to its highest highs and lowest lows, to world wars, the Holocaust, nuclear weapons, but also decolonization, civil rights, the moon landing, the internet. Today, we face new challenges: climate change, AI, global pandemics, divided societies. But we've also never been more connected, more informed, more aware. So what have we learned? That humanity is resilient, creative, flawed, brilliant. That every person, you included, carries the legacy of this epic tale. History isn't behind us. It's alive, breathing, moving forward. And we are the authors of the next chapter. If you made it this far, you're a true time traveler. Which part of human history surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments side. Love to hear from you. And if you want to keep exploring the story of our world, hit that like button, subscribe, and join our growing community of curious minds. Because this journey is just beginning.